cleared for publication. A heart-pounding raid on a group of Palestinian terrorists planning a major attack on an IDF Navy ship. This is the incredible video from 3 weeks ago, now cleared for public release as Israeli forces boarded a boat and arrested 10 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. Authorities say the Gazans were plotting a multi-pronged attack. One Gazan ship would breach a blockade to distract the IDF Navy. A second ship would launch a missile, and a third ship would approach the ship to abduct sailors.
During this interception, forces from the 916 unit with other naval forces arrested 10 terrorists. It's another example of the cynical way terror groups exploit the eased measures Israel gives the Palestinian population, and this time in the fishing sector.
That video from a few weeks ago now cleared for publication. Joining me in studio is our senior defense correspondent, Shai Ben-Ari. Shai, 10 were arrested at the time, linked to the Islamic Jihad terror group. 3 remain in custody. This was a major attack. Multiple ships, very complex, involving missiles. What message should it send, does it send to the IDF, particularly the Navy, patrolling off the coast of Gaza?
Right, we're talking about another plot organized by Palestinian Islamic Jihad, which is an organization which receives a lot of funding and support from Iran, even more than Hamas. You could say that's perhaps the main proxy of Iran inside the Gaza Strip. The ringleader here, Amin Jamaa, a 24-year-old, is still in custody and is facing charges being pressed today, of course. 7 of the people of the 10 that were arrested on board the ship were found to be unrelated. That's important to note, and they have since been released from custody. 3 people still in custody here, but still a fairly complex plot along the lines of the similar things or similar complex plans directed by Islamic Jihad against the Israeli Defense Forces.
Shai, what about the issue of fishing rights that is raised by this incident? The IDF saying that the water rights is a civilian comfort. They want to support the Gazan economy, the Gazan fishermen, but it's being exploited by terrorists. Talk about the issue of the blockade, the fishing situation.
Right. In Gaza, in the sea, really, adjacent to the Gaza Strip, you have a certain designated fishing zone, which actually is set to be extended following the Passover holiday. We're going to see the southern sector of that fishing zone extended to 9 nautical miles, where it is currently at 6. That's to a certain humanitarian gesture made to the Palestinian population there to ease the conditions, which, of course, are very difficult. In Gaza, the simple situation is you have an extreme level of competition amongst Gaza fishermen for this very limited sort of fishing zone that they have to exploit for their own economic purposes.
So the issue of that blockade, is that going to be revisited, especially as the Passover holiday ends next week? What's going to happen?
It's constantly revisited, and there are constant assessments and reassessments made here that examine the security situation and whether these gestures can indeed be made towards the Palestinian population there. Sometimes it's extended, sometimes it's more limited.